Hey everybody, Dude here. Today I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of our white paper to try to kind of help explain everything that Helios got to offer. This is a graphic that shows an overview of all of the mechanisms that make up Helios. This is something that I'm going to refer back to as we discuss each section of this to kind of help visualize what we're talking about. Let's see, we've got our overview here. This is just a quick overview of what we are. We are a mining and staking protocol. Those are your two users. We got miners, stakings here. Those would be the first thing that we kind of go through. This is an ERC20 token on the Ethereum blockchain, and we utilize the TitanX protocol in our ecosystem, and I'll get into that in a little bit. Some key features. Mining. This is a TitanX based mining, virtual mining, as opposed to ETH like you would mining in TitanX. And staking rewards. For stakers of HLX, they will earn TitanX and ETH. We've got a treasury. The treasury will be locking up TitanX forever in its vaults and earning ETH rewards to help stabilize the ecosystem. With the ETH rewards, that'll be primarily towards stakers, the buy and burn pool, and investing into other protocols. And last but not least, Helios and TitanX, the synergies. We aim to be a positive contribution to the TitanX ecosystem, and we're going to do that by incorporating TitanX into our mining. And by doing that, we lock up all of the TitanX that enters our ecosystem, and we also have our buy and burn pool that will lock up TitanX, and we will burn TitanX through various functions in our ecosystem as well. All of these things are to help the supply of TitanX and all of the participants inside that entire ecosystem. Here's the diagram. And a quick disclaimer, all of this documentation, everything that I'm going through here, everything that I'm saying is definitely not financial advice. This is not advice in any kind. Please do your own research. Please read the white paper yourself. And please understand all of the mechanisms in the Helios protocol before participating. And so first up, we've got mining. And that is this section right here. We are spending TitanX to mine HLX. And you can optionally burn TitanX for an amplifier bonus. Mining HLX is done virtually. You don't need any kind of hardware. There's no software that needs installed. You're simply just making transactions, interacting with our smart contracts on the Ethereum blockchain. Here's the steps to start a miner. You go to our website, and the first thing I want to do is configure the settings to your miner. This includes the time, the power level, and bonus amplifiers. And then you will complete the transaction to start the miner by depositing your TitanX equal to the miner cost. And this is determined by the settings that you're setting. And then once the miner is completed, you come back, you do another transaction on the Ethereum blockchain that claims your miner and all of the newly minted HLX that come with it. Two key things. We're using TitanX as opposed to ETH on the TitanX protocol. and you can burn TitanX for bonus amplifiers. Okay, miner options. You've got an option to start your miner to go from 1 to 250 days. And this is the number of days that it'll take for your miner to complete. And your miner is earning HLX every day that it mines. So the longer it runs, the more HLX it's going to get you in return. But obviously take longer for you to get that. Power level. This is an option you can do from 1% to 100,000%. And this is going to set the cost of your miner and the reward that you get for your miner. And the primary purpose for this is, say on day one, it's going to cost you 420 million TitanX to start a miner. Say you don't have 420 million. Well, you can drop it down to 50%, and now it's going to cost you half as much to start that miner, and you will receive half the amount of HLX in return. And that goes the same with, say you want to start 5 miners. Instead of doing 5 separate transactions on the blockchain, you can just set the miner setting to 500, and that will increase the cost of the miner 500%. But you will also get rewarded with 500% of the rewards. So this would be exactly the same as starting 5 miners, except you're doing it all in one transaction just to save on gas fees. And then we've got some bonus amplifiers. Here's the formulas for earning HLX and the mining cost. And here's the mining bonuses that you have as an option. The primary being the H rank bonuses. This is the same as T rank on TitanX. When you create a miner, you get assigned a Helios rank for that miner. So say there's been 1,000 miners total in existence, and then you start your miner, you would be assigned 1,001. And as people start miners after you, 1,002, 1,003, they are giving you bonus HLX. And the rate of that is per 100 power level miner, you're earning 1,000 HLX additional to what you were quoted when you started the miner. And specifically, that's 10 HLX per 1 power. So if somebody starts a 1 power miner, you're earning 10 HLX. Someone starts a 100 power level, you're earning 1,000. And keep in mind, this bonus will slowly deplete over time, and we will get into that in the Helios daily update. We also have the early adoption amplifier. This bonus simply starts at 10% and works its way down to 0% over 69 days. And this is just to reward our early adopters with an extra little bonus there. After the 69 days, this will just go away. And then we have our mining burn bonus amplifier. And this is optional as well. You can burn up to 10% of the TitanX of your mining cost for up to 10% extra HLX. So here's an example. Say your miner cost 1 million TitanX. You can burn 80,000 TitanX, which would be 8% of this cost, and earn 8% more HLX and rewards for when your miner is completed. Now, when you start a miner and you deposit your TitanX, where does that TitanX go and how does that work in our ecosystem? I can show you. Here's your miner, you're depositing your TitanX, and it's going to 4 different locations to our ecosystem. Starting off, there's 70% of this is going towards either the treasury or the buy and burn. It's going to start off with 60% going to our buy and burn pool and 10% going to the treasury. Now, this is something that's going to slowly adjust as each week passes. Let's say we've got on launch, we've got 60% to the buy and burn and 10% to the treasury. After 1 week, it's going to tick down 0.5% and tick up 0.5% towards the treasury, staying to a total of 70%. And this will continue to do a 0.5% change until we reach day 840, which would be 2 full cycles in our payout pools. It'll end up with 0% going directly to the buy and burn and 70% to our treasury. And then from that day forward, it'll stay at this allocation. And then we have, for the other 30%, 28 of this is going to our cycle reward pool, which is what we use to pay out our stakers here. And this will be static from day 1 to day 1000. It'll always be 28%. And then we have 2% going to our Genesis wallet. And the tokens in the Genesis, there's no expectation of how these are used. A few options could be additional liquidity, giving out bonuses, and or marketing. For the distribution of this TitanX into this smart contract, this is a decentralized smart contract, and there is a public function that anybody can call to distribute any TitanX that is pooled in there from mining, and they will earn a 0.3% incentive fee on that. And that's to reward the user for calling the function and paying the gas fees that are associated with that on the Ethereum blockchain. There are claim penalties on your miner if you don't claim them on time. This is to ensure stability in our system and make sure that when a miner is intended to be claimed and those HLX tokens are added to the supply, that's something that people can expect. If we have thousands of people that don't claim their miners and then a year down the road decide to claim them, then we've got a huge spike in supply when it wasn't showing in the in a Dune analytic. So you get 7 days grace period with no penalties. And then after those 7 days, there starts to be a penalty that starts at 1% and goes all the way up to 99% after 7 days. So please mark your calendars. You're setting the length of your miner, and you will know the second you create it, the exact day that it'll be ready. And you can, be ready to claim those within the week. There's also, due to blockchain restrictions, we're doing a maximum of 1,000 miners and 1,000 stakes per wallet. If you want to exceed these numbers, you can just use a second or a third wallet. And that is HLX mining here. So the TitanX is feeding our buy and burn pool, our treasury, our reward pool, and the Genesis. Now staking, this is what we're talking about here. You can stake your HLX to earn from the cycle reward pool, and you can burn TitanX for additional amplifiers, and again, that's optional. When you stake your HLX, you receive shares at a rate of 420 HLX per share. So if you come to the table with 840 HLX, you will receive 2 shares. There are bonuses that you can earn that will reduce the cost of shares, or I guess earn you extra shares. The first being the duration amplifier. And let's go to this real quick. The minimum and maximum staking duration is 30 days to 830 days. You can pick any number between those two. If you choose to do the maximum 830 days, you can earn an additional 200% shares. And this is linear. So if you do 30 days, you're going to get 0% bonus. And then anything in between there, between 0 and 200. And then there's our burn amplifier. And this is similar to mining, where you burn up to 20% of your stake amount in TitanX to earn 20% more shares. So in this example, we're going to assume HLX and TitanX are 1-to-1. You stake 1,000 HLX, and then you burn 140 TitanX. So 140 is 14% of 1,000. So you will earn 14% more shares. Again, this is optional, and you can do anywhere from 0 to 20%. Your share percentage determines your payout portion. So owning 1% of all shares entitles you to 1% of all payouts. There are penalties for redeeming your stake prematurely or overstaying past the end date. Same as mining, there is a 7-day grace period before any penalties are put in place on your wallet. If you want to unstake prematurely, first you just can't do it at all if it's before 50% maturity. So if you set it for 100 days, you cannot unstake for those first 50 days. And then after that, from 51 days to 100, you will lose half of your HLX that you had staked. And so half will be returned to you and the other half will be burned. Once your stake ends and you do not claim it within the 1 week, the penalty amounts to a 1% loss of your stake per day. And so after 100 days, you will lose 99% of the staked HLX at that point. Again, these penalty mechanisms are designed to encourage timely management of stakes in the Helios protocol, and that ensures the stability and health of the ecosystem. So here's our reward pool, and 100% of the TitanX and ETH that goes into these pools will pay out to HLX stakers, and they have the option to burn TitanX for additional shares in that. All right, this is the Helios daily update. This is a very important section as each day goes by in the smart contract, variables get updated to higher or lower numbers depending on what we're talking about. The daily update will continue to adjust values until certain minimum and maximum limits are reached over a period of years. So first off, we've got the TitanX cost per 100 power level miner. On day 1, it will cost 420 million TitanX. And then as each day goes by, that cost will increase by 0.1%. So you can see in the chart, every day it's going to get more and more expensive to start a miner until it reaches 2 billion TitanX. And then at that point, it will stay constant for the lifetime of the protocol. Next, we've got the HLX mineable per day. So when you start a miner, each day that goes by, you're earning this amount of HLX per 100 power level miner. It starts at 4.2 million HLX, and each day this number drops down by 0.35%, and until it reaches 420, and then at that point it will stay 420 for the lifetime of the protocol. This is the H rank bonus starting at 1,000. It also goes down 0.35% per day, and at the floor price of 0.1 HLX share rate, this is the cost per share in HLX, and this does not change. It'll be 420 whether you're on day 1 or 1,000. There are 3 reward pools: the cycle reward, and then we have our treasury and our investment pool. We will start with the cycle reward pool. And that is this guy down here at the bottom. It's receiving TitanX from mining, ETH from our treasury, and more ETH from the investment pool. These reward pools, there's 3 of them, and they are in rolling payout cycles. So, for example, the first one is every 22 days. So on day 22, this will release all of the TitanX and ETH in that pool to the stakers. And then from day 23 up to day 44, it is accumulating more funds. And then as it hits day 44, it drops 100% of what it has in its balance to stakers. And then the cycle repeats for every 22 days. We also have a pool that cycles every 69 days, and then our premier pool cycles every 420 days. And we would call a full cycle every 420 days. These cycles will continue indefinitely, providing rewarders to stakers in the Helios protocol. So how does the TitanX and ETH get distributed to these pools? As the TitanX and ETH comes in from these 3 sources here, mining, treasury, investment pool, 35% of it goes to the 22-day cycle, 30% to the 69-day cycle, and 35% to the 420-day cycle. There is also a user incentive for people to call the distribution function on that for a 0.3% incentive fee. Here's our treasury. This is kind of the center point of our protocol. And the treasury, this will receive TitanX from mining, and all of the TitanX that goes into here will be max staked and locked forever. And then with the TitanX staked, it will earn ETH. And with that ETH, we distribute it to 3 areas. The treasury, we've nicknamed Sol, Latin for the sun, is designed to relieve pressure on the miners to feed the HLX stakers. And what I mean by that is, if mining slows down here, or really regardless of the amount of mining, this is producing ETH and putting it directly into the reward pool. So the reward pool is not entirely dependent on mining. It's got 3 separate sources. And the treasury growth, it's receiving TitanX from mining. And again, that starts at 10%, and then after 2 full cycles, it'll be up to 70% and will remain there for the lifetime of the protocol. It's earning ETH with our staked TitanX. The distribution of this ETH, majority of it, 70%, is going to our buy and burn. And again, this is supporting the miners by perpetually reducing the supply of HLX. So just like the reward pool, our buy and burn pool is not 100% determined by number of HLX mining. This treasury will have perpetual rewards in ETH that will constantly be feeding this buy and burn pool regardless of the amount of mining on HLX. Then we have 10% going to our cycle reward pool. And this is what gives our HLX stakers the ETH side of the rewards. So now you're getting TitanX from mining and ETH from the treasury. And then the last 20% goes to our investment pool, which we'll cover next. And more public functions for available for anybody to call, with incentive fees in there to entice people to make these function calls. And our investment pool. This is this guy here. The investment pool will acquire ETH from the treasury. And then with that ETH, the DAO will decide on an investment strategy, and we will diversify our portfolio. So the investment pool aims to strengthen the Helios and TitanX ecosystems by diversifying treasury funds into various tokens within or without the TitanX ecosystem. Again, this is decided by governance votes. This will be HLX holders. And by diversifying our portfolio here, we aim to stabilize the system. And what do we mean by that? So the buy and burn pool and the cycle reward pool, we're adding an additional source of income into these, and that's not reliant on Helios mining. It's not reliant on TitanX mining. This will be self-sustaining treasuries that we build out once governance decides on a strategy. And these treasuries, the principal balance will never be used. It's only going to take the yield from these treasuries that we invest into other protocols. And the yield from that will be used to fund our reward pool and the buy and burn pool up here. So that way, the stability of our system with the buy and burn pool, which curbs the supply side of things, and the reward pool, these theoretically should be much more stable with 3 separate sources of income. All right, burning TitanX. So in our ecosystem, you have the opportunity to burn TitanX for various benefits. We can go through that real quick. First and foremost, you get a 4% cashback reward on anything burned in our protocol. There is a burn bonus amplifier. So when you burn your TitanX during mining, you are earning additional AHLX, or in staking, you're getting additional shares. And then on the TitanX platform, you earn additional bonuses. First being the burn bonus amplifier. When you go to start a miner on the TitanX platform, you can earn up to 8% more TitanX from your mining, depending on the amount of TitanX that you've burned, and that looks at the lifetime of your wallet. So that's a permanent bonus. You also earn a share in the burn pool payouts. They have a 28-day rolling ETH payout pool for anybody that burns TitanX. So you will not only earn TitanX back, you will also get some ETH back every time you burn some TitanX. And then, like I said, there's a proof of burn record, and this sticks with the wallet for the lifetime of it. And that may qualify you for any rewards on any other protocols that are rewarding them as such. Burning HLX. If anybody wants to implement burning HLX into their protocol built on top of Helios, they can do that. Just like TitanX offers up to 8% cashback rewards, we are doing the same. Because we wouldn't be here without TitanX's great mechanics, and we intend on offering that same to anybody that wants to build on top of us. And then there's the burn bonus amplifier, same as TitanX. Any HLX that you burn for the lifetime of that wallet, you will earn up to a maximum of 8% additional rewards for each miner that you start in the future. And the buy and burn. This is a smart contract that is really an integral part of the Helios ecosystem. We're talking about this guy right up here. And again, getting funded from these 3 separate sources. And it will perpetually add buy pressure to the market and decrease the HLX supply. How does it do this? It accumulates TitanX from mining and ETH from the treasury rewards and investment pool rewards. With the ETH and TitanX, it will buy HLX on the market via the Uniswap pair, TitanX HLX, and then immediately burn all HLX that is acquired. There is also this is again a decentralized function, and anybody that makes this call will get a 0.3% reward. And this is something that will be callable, once an hour, every couple hours. This is something that's going to just have constant buy pressure on the HLX token as long as there is TitanX and ETH or ETH in this pool. All right, governance. There are some key elements in our protocol, and this is going to be governed by the DAO. A lot of these key elements would include the ETH allocations for our investment pool. So as ETH is coming out of our treasury and going to the investment pool, the DAO will decide how and the specific strategy on investment that they want to utilize that ETH for, and then also the percentage of the yield. What percent do they want to go to the reward pool, to the buy and burn pool, and then also implementing a buy and burn of TitanX itself. And by doing this, we are contributing to the health of the entire TitanX ecosystem here. Yeah, let's see. Then we've got contracts coming soon. We have not launched yet, but as soon as we do launch, we will have the contract information and any audit information as well. And please contact us. Here's our website. We're on Twitter and Telegram. Come check us out. Give us a follow. And that completes the white paper walkthrough. If you have any additional questions, please reach out to us on X or Telegram, and we would be happy to help out. Thanks for watching. And like I said, please don't just listen to me. Go through this white paper and read it yourself and fully understand all of the intricacies of this before you decide to participate. And thanks for watching.